beyond term limits lobbying. I'll lean back now on this one. You're right. You're right. It's infiltrated to the point I'm afraid of no return. These guys have more say in legislation than the public has. I mean, let's be honest. They truly do. And it's a rotating door. I did see this. It's a rotating door at D.C. Every 15, 30 minutes, somebody else is coming in lobbying for something. And the more money they got behind them, the louder their voice is, if we're to be realistic about this thing. And, it's responsible for a lot of legislation, and it's sickening. I feel if the public truly knew the depth of that, they would have no stomach for it.
It's lobbying for everything, anything you can name it.
Everything. Some of it very good. I mean, don't get me wrong. Some of it very good. Others is just motivated completely.
The good stuff doesn't have the money behind it.
No, look. We need pharmaceuticals. No question about it. They play a very needed role in our society. Gosh, man, I question some of this stuff that comes out. The vaccination. I took the vaccination. I did. However, you see so many things. You didn't take it, did you?
No.
I've got many friends that didn't take it. I did. Regrettably, maybe now, I had COVID 4 times.
Yeah.
4 times. And
it just seems to be a pattern of being lied to that I think people are starting to be fed up with.
And it goes back to the folks we put in office. I mean, are they trustworthy? Are they hustling? Or are they looking at our best interest? And the lines are so blurred now. There's many I look at, and I don't know. It's too blurry for me. I don't know if they're genuine in their pursuit to service their constituents, or are they hustling?
Yeah. Now, you mentioned lobbying, the money, and halfway blurring lines of even what the politicians themselves agree with on national level. How does that translate to a state level and maybe even a city and county level? Is the lobbying, obviously it's still there at whatever level. Is it even worth looking at heavily unless you're, let's say, a governor?
Yeah, so I think it drops significantly. It's prevalent at the federal level. Yes, it's present in the state level. Now, down in the county and city levels, no. Lobbying is, calls from constituent. It's more pure at the local level. Still, lobbying can be in a constituent calling you saying, hey, look, we've got a road down here.
You say pure, you mean the good old boy system?
No. I mean pure. No. I mean, you could interpret that way, but no, I mean pure.
Just when I say good old boy system, I don't mean it in a completely negative connotation. Mm-hmm. A system of, I've given so much of my time to the community.
Uh-huh.
As long as it's not against your moral principles, cut us a little slack,
right? So
we can kind of keep this ball rolling of bettering the community.
Yeah, that certainly happens. Again, not at the depth as it does on the state and federal level. But when I say pure level, I just mean the citizen call in their local city councilman and say, look, we've got an issue over here. Certainly the city councilman should listen to that, and I think most of them do. Look, local is being a mayor, I embraced it. It's probably one of the most rewarding things I've ever done. But let me tell you this. I love going to the grocery store, and it did not stop me. I go 3 times a week. Something about the grocery store I like. But my grocery store trip, still today, if I'm going for a 6-pack of Mountain Dew's, not right because I almost quit those. But I'm in that. If I'm going to get one item, I'm still in that grocery store for an hour. They will tear you up, but it will keep you. That's about like a congressman coming back home.
But then they'll come back to you and ask you for favors too.
That's part of it. That's what I'm saying. You take the good with the bad, but still going to the grocery store keeps me grounded. You don't run from anybody, and you hear the real needs, similar to a congressman coming back home to a town hall. So those things are necessary.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of work to do on the state and local level, and more so at a national level. But we have a lot more influence on state and local election. I think the short term, the short term, we can win more on a local level, which would translate necessarily to a national level.
It's where the rubber meets the road.
Yeah.
So much can happen on the local level. And yeah, it can catch fire. It can, instead of top coming down, I mean, that I do think that is a pathway, starting local and making the changes and, having it to go out beyond that.